How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're here to talk about Phasmophobia on PSVR2, and I'm just going to say it straight, the game is terrible on PSVR2, and it's a real shame. And to be clear, Phasmophobia has never been a smooth game to play. It's always been a bit of a jank fest in VR, because this is not a VR game, you know, it's like a VR-enabled version. But in all the time I played it on PC, I never had any issues with picking things up. The graphics, I mean, Phasmophobia's never been a beautiful game by any means, but this is just lazy. It's like a really lazy port of what could have been a really big game for PSVR2, because there isn't any other VR game I know of personally that has had me as scared as Phasmophobia. And for this game now to be on consoles, I just think it's such a missed opportunity what they've done. Where do you start, man? I mean, I'll start with the visuals first. You're just surrounded by low textures. I mean, this stuff looks pretty cool. It's a lot of aliasing going on, but it looks fine. I mean, it looks like Phasmophobia, but that's crazy. You can definitely tell there's reprojection in this, because that board, the words they're nearly unreadable when you turn your head. Oh my god, what the hell? Oh dear. Someone missed VR school. What the fuck? If you go into an open environment where like a street, and that was a really cool feeling on PC, because when you got out of the truck and went into the street, you could see the street. But on PSVR 2, it's just greyed out like a mess. Oh, well, it's good to be back. Fucking hell, what have they done to this game? It looks awful. It looks so bad. It looks fine up close, like... You can't even see that street, really. It's just grey shit. There's just so much detail missing. And yeah, going back to basically interactions, it's very hard to grab things. Your hands seem to be on like a weird axis. You can't walk and turn. What? That can't be real, man. You can't turn and walk? Oh, you can strafe, but you can't turn. Mate, what the hell? What have they done? Why would they do that? Which I find really strange. It has got head-based movement, which isn't on by default. So it's got controller-based as default. So if you want to spin around when you turn, you can turn. Or you have to basically stand dead still and turn. And as soon as I experienced this, I thought, that's going to be even more terrifying. You know, like you're trying to run away from a ghost or hide in a locker, for example, and you're panicking. You're going to automatically want to use the joystick to turn to whatever you're going to interact with, like a locker to get into, for example, and the game will just freeze you on the spot. So you can't turn and walk. You can only turn if you use head-based movement or click turning, which is a pretty big immersion breaker. It also features foveated rendering, but if you turn this on, you get some weird like mesh effect, so you can't use that. What the fuck? What's going on? What is that shit on my face? Right, okay, so we can't use foveated rendering. Not that a game like this should bloody use it. I mean, the textures are incredibly low. And as I said, it's just a real shame that this is just such a poor port. I don't know why they released it like this. Phasmophobia is like one of the best known games in the world when it comes to horror. They must have made some money, and why they couldn't afford to pay someone to play test this and actually make it good, I don't understand it. Anyway, I mean, what is this door? Oh. Okay, this game is really ugly. I don't get it. Don't get me wrong, I'm still terrified being in here. Whoa! Fuck! 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 What? God damn it. Why is this so bad looking? Another key feature, which I think they warned us about last year, before it was delayed or around the time it was delayed, you can't use your mic. So one of the best things about Phasmophobia is just walking in a room, finding out the ghost name, and basically aggravating the ghost, interacting with it by saying, I remember one of my streams, one of their names was John Martinez, and we went in there and everyone's like, John Martinez, are you here? And you're trying to get some sort of reaction. That adds so much atmosphere and immersion. You can't do that. What you get is like a walkie-talkie, but basically you press a button and you get 3 little bits of dialogue, and you choose the dialogue, and that's it. And it's just a shame. So you don't say their names? Oh, it's cold. Is it working? Oh. You know, I love this game. Honestly, I know I can't play it on my own. And to be clear, I was still scared going in on my own. But at the same time, I think like the bad graphics, the reprojection's pretty bad. If there's something you need to read and you slightly turn your head, it just goes blurry. Yeah, and all in all, like I spent about an hour in it. And to be honest, I'll probably, if I do want to play it, I'll probably go back to the PCVR version. But yeah, to the developers, I don't know why you did this. To have your game on a PlayStation Store and then say this is VR enabled as well, this is a terrible port. And just to re-emphasize, Phasmophobia has never been a technically good VR game. It hasn't. But this is, it just ruins it. It just ruins it. You know, you might go in there and try and have some fun. I hope you have some fun. But personally, I'm just letting you know, as versions of this game go, this is not the version that you should buy, at least at the moment. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put their developer Discord in this video description. You can join their Discord and keep an eye out for updates. I've got a feeling they probably won't update the VR version for quite some time because obviously sales are going to be on the flat version. But let's hope that enough of us mention, like, guys, we should at least be able to turn while walking. I had to, for the first time since I've owned PSVR2, reset up my Guardian because items fell below my floor. I had to set it up basically 2 or 3 times and lie to make my floor higher. So then when I did touch the floor, the items could be picked up. Yeah, all in all, as I said, the hand spin on a weird axis, the foveated rendering doesn't work. It's not very good. I don't think I want to play this version anymore. The hands move on a weird axis. It's really ugly. I don't know why. It's not. That looks really cool, but a lot of this stuff isn't nice. And the movement. The fact you can't turn and walk is just bizarre, and it just feels very clumsy. And I know the game's always been a bit of a jank fest, but I don't think I'd play it on this platform. And I don't get it. I mean, these guys they've had a VR version for ages. Why is this? How can this go wrong? You know, just avoid it for now. I'd probably just play it flat for now if you really want to play it. Yeah, VR is just not a good experience. So that's today's video, which is really unfortunate. I was so looking forward to this, but I won't be playing it on PSVR2. So thank you ever so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.